Hi there, this video's good live.
Our winter wheat. But not only that, we've got our
Red
spring
alert,
barley,
farmers
our
crop
oilseed rape
failure,
still to harvest.
climate
Everything
change,
is
England,
still looking
UK,
at its, in
weather
the field.
forecast 23.
And looking more closely, you can see the damage to the crop.
So the grain within the ears is sprouting. So that is very, very bad news for us.
And it looks quite soft and mushy.
Soft and mushy and rotting it will be doing now, so, and the quality is completely gone now.
You can just squeeze the water out of it, can't you?
Yeah.
Times down there, the next day is the Sunday 6th
This
of
shed
August
should be
23.
at least half full of grain by now, and even when it's here, there'll be an extra cost to dry it out so it's ready to sell.
This is bad, guys.
Economically,
Ukraine,
we shall lose
blockade.
money on the quality of the wheat. The yields will go down, and so our return won't be as great. But also, then we've got the added cost.
Our sandwiches are going to be more expensive this winter, let's put it that way.
With the drying.
And autumn. Actually, you buy it in the shops.
The weather is, of course, a part of farming, but the extremes, the drought last year, a washout this, just adds to the pressures on the industry and those in it.
We've got a lot of issues going along around Brexit. Obviously, imports are coming into this country, grown and produce the lower standards than we produce. And then, of course, we have the weather and the stress from that. And farming is not an easy time and not an easy industry to be in.
So learning the gardener as well, it's not very easy this season, this year.
You really need to have a lot of people and support around you to sort of share the burden of that mental stress.
It's all still in the field, rotting away.
I mean, you're laughing, but it's a really, I mean, you know, this is your business.
It is, yeah. Yeah, I mean, it's high stakes, you know. It's all our income is concentrated into this period of harvesting, and it is a worrying time.
It certainly is. Yeah, guys, it's climate change here.
Ollie Harrison has a farm in Merseyside and joins us here in the studios now.
It's not,
really tough times.
It's not great. It's no joke, guys.
What you
no brainer.
should be doing at this time of year.
Well, we hoping for
Should
dry weather.
should be
get on the combine.
combining it.
Around this time now.
Yeah.
Oil seed for next year, but it's just so waterlogged and so wet.
The whole of the UK is soaking wet.
You're looking for some kind of window at some point where you can go and do all that, but normally you'd expect several days in a row of dry weather.
Yeah, so you know, a normal summer you'd maybe have 4 or 5, 10 days dry weather, then you'd have a day of rain or so, then it'd dry up again. But instead, we're just getting.
There you go. Look at that. It's not acceptable, is it?
But obviously, everything's still wet.
I mean, these are pictures from your farm.
Damaged crop, guys.
Talk to me about what you can.
Gonna get half the load, and that's it if he's lucky.
Water there. I mean, is it even worth you going out on the combine when it's like that?
It's a salvage operation. You know, we've got to get it off because we need the cash flow for next year. You know, that's we spent a year growing that crop. It's the most expensive one we've ever grown because of the input inflation that we've had over the last 12 months. We've got to get it off. The quality is degrading every single day now because the rain is relentless.
Like my tares outside, I better get them out and use them before they get rotting.
And then tell us what
Use them up.
So this should be like golden
Too late.
really, but if you look, it's starting to go black. It's literally rotting in the fields. And then we've got these smaller ones here, so they should look like that one. But because we had such dry weather in June, ironically, it died in June. So the yield is actually not there where it should be.
So it really is a double whammy. So stunted because of the heat earlier in the year.
Yeah.
Yeah, too early, too hot. And now it's too cool, too wet.
Yeah, it's rotting and we're struggling to get out of the field. And when we do get out of the field, it's wet still.
And then that's what we can see in the grains here.
So if you want to grab one of them, you can
really feel it's really
It's
wet.
climate change, guys, how it's worst.
That's why my shoes are muddy. But if you,
Let's do about NINO to boot this year.
To see one of them will be, one's 15% moisture, which is what it needs to be for us to store it and dry it and sell it.
Right.
Yeah.
The other one will be, it's about 24% moisture. Normally it's not economical to cook grain over about 17 or 18.
Yeah.
But this year we're having to cook, 20+%, bring it in and then dry it.
Really chewy.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So you can't mill that into flour, you see.
What happens to it then if this stuff is just unusable in large part?
Well, we have to condition it to make it usable,
Right.
so we have to bring it in and mechanically dry it in the shed.
But that's more energy costs then, isn't it?
More energy, more time, more labour.
More money.
Don't really
Inflation
have the space to
pushes
bring it all in
price
there,
up.
Dry it and then put it into store. So we're just all the time we're kind of juggling and choked up with wet grain at the moment.
Now, I know you said that obviously you rely on the
time down there.
from this harvest then
7:22
to buy crop for
AM in the
next
morning.
year. If farmers can't actually afford to buy their crop for next year, what happens?
we just up the overdraft and carry on, you know, and hope for that better year. I mean, in the last 3 years, sorry, the last 4 years, we've had a dry spell at the wrong time, and yields have been really limited. And that's the ironic thing this year. We've got that dry spell in June, and now it's so wet. If we'd have had some of this rain in June, it probably would have saved us £100,000.
Yeah, I mean, you look at the weather as it was back then in June, and you think, wow, that looks beautiful,
It's amazing.
and you know, would have provided opportunity for them, but you still need the growing time, I guess. Don't you?
Yeah, that's it. Yeah, you know, it's roughly sort of 10 months to grow a wheat crop. Or you'll see it's sometimes over 12 months, and that's what we really need to be getting in the ground now for next year.
I've been down to the farm with you in the past, and you've told me
Make flour, guys. It makes
the
stuff. It comes to baking stuff like bread,
what farming is all about. It's, you know, riding with all
cakes,
the
biscuits, you name it.
Have you ever seen it this bad?
No, I've never seen the mood so low in agriculture either. You know, normally there's a little glimmer of optimism, and we think, you know, things are going to get better, but this year it's just
Devastated by super El Nino.
Can you talk about that with your
Last year was La Nina.
farmer friends? Is it something that you can be a bit more open about now?
Yeah, I mean, I'm lucky. I dump it on YouTube every day, and I'm having a bad day.
And that helps.
Yeah, oh, definitely. Yeah. No, 100%. Yeah. And,
Yeah, it's quite a useful tool, my friend.
Ringing your mates up and saying that you're all in the.
Tell what your YouTube channel is, mate, and I'll watch it and support you.
Yields have been shocking this year, and I think that's due to the wet weather we had in April, because it couldn't flower. It was so cold and wet in April. Petals were knocked off. The bees couldn't fly because it was wet, and yeah, it's not a good year at all.
No, it isn't, mate. Even for sunflowers, it's devastating.
I just saw that then, but we need about 3 weeks of that, and then we need about another month in September to get next year's crop in.
And what's fascinating about what you do as well, there's so many different processes out there. As you said, you've got to get this in months and months ago, then you've got to hope for the weather, and everything's got to align. Ultimately, this is about creating stuff for customers, isn't it?
Yeah.
So what does this mean for supply and price?
I mean, it's not my harvest; it's everyone's. You know, this is what everyone's going to eat now.
At home.
Loads of people say if it's a poor harvest, the price is going to go up. There's 10% in a loaf of bread is the wheat,
right?
So you know. If wheat doubled in price, it'd put 10 pence on a loaf of bread. You know, if wheat doubled in price, we might make some money, but I can't see that happening.
And do you think that's why we've sort of lost the connection then with farming and farmers?
Yeah.
So we don't really notice the effect.
No. And for instance, you know, at the moment, grain is the same price it was 11 years ago.
Fascinating.
But the input costs have gone up, the triple.
It's really, really tough.
That's scary.
Listen, thank you for all the work.
It's just cruel, isn't it? Climate change as well. And super El Nino this year.
Gosh,
so we won't even go through the machinery. It's that wet at the moment, so we need a day for it to dry.
Right,
we will devastating, guys,
do our sun dance for you, and good luck over the.
I'll do my best to forecast the sunshine, mate, but
that's the only thing.
It's just not one of those summers.
26 minutes past 7 now. Another story.
If you like this video, please thumbs up. Please subscribe to my channel on Sunday Gems with my friend Sparky and Jimbo on the ITF 5 thing. Surrey Hills Radio Station every Friday 3 to 5 p.m. analog. In digital 1500, 1700, ITF 5 thing. Surrey Hills Radio Station show and listen to a live show every Sunday at 9 to 12 p.m. with John Matt on the Waking Radio Station, which is live today on the Waking Radio Station Sunday on Lara Show. Thanks for watching the video. Please subscribe to my show on Sunday Gems. It's my way. Bye, everyone. Be confident and be positive in the future.